Sorry, Ruud, but I hope you leave the game on Sunday in tears after a 6-0 Amorim smashing. United travel to Leicester on Sunday for the final game before a break which sees United not play for 16 days. And there is a real buzz from the Sociedad game, so I hope we build on it and take that momentum into the international break, because it'll make a big difference from what we've seen this season. This is my starting 11, the team news and predictions for Leicester away. Isn't it nice to go into a match day with a little bit of a different feeling? After that game against Sociedad, where it felt like, hey look, it didn't all click, but it felt different. Old Trafford felt different. The performance felt different. And I tell you what, seeing Amorim with a big smile and a reaction on his face like that on a touchline, we haven't seen much this season. We've seen him like crouching down, elbows on his knees. Anyway, let's talk about the game against Leicester. I'm going to run through my starting 11. The changes, of course, Zirkzee. He's suspended for this game. Will Mason Mount start? No, but he's going to return to the squad. We'll have a conversation about him and my prediction. Let me know yours in the comments. But yeah, Amorim so far this season has kept himself pretty muted on the touchline. When we score goals, even when we're scoring at the winner against City, he's still like, yeah, okay, right. He liked what he saw against Sociedad, and he spoke about it after the game. Well, actually, he spoke about it ahead of the game today, saying that we're understanding, what I'm trying to do. And that's what it felt like against Sociedad. Of course, we took advantage of the 10 men, but even regardless of that, before that, the way that we were playing out of possession, the way that we were shaping up as a team, the positions of Zirkzee and Delo, it felt better. And fingers crossed they take that into this game. Now, somebody who's going to be making a return to the squad is Mason Mount. I tell you what, Amorim loves Mason Mount. His words, not mine. I really love Mason Mount. If you're looking at how Mount could fit in the system, sure, he could be one of the perfect inside forwards. But, yeah, right. Mason, if you're going to come off the bench, I don't really know why you'd risk him for 5 minutes here where you could just give him an extra 16 days, because that's how long it is between this game against Leicester and Nottingham Forest. Maybe he just wants to get him back in the matchday squad. I don't know, but it looks like Mount's going to be returning. And he spoke about Aiden Heaven as well. And I'll have a conversation about Heaven, because he was... You look at that and you go, well, I suppose Arsenal have got the centre-backs and they're settled with Gabriel and Saliba, but that's a really solid spot from United, because he does not look like an 18-year-old who just made his Europa League debut. He's playing beyond his years. Now, I'm going to ruin your whole weekend here by showing you this, because I haven't looked at this in a long-ass time. We are 10 points off 9th. I knew it was bad in the league. I didn't know it was this bad. Doesn't matter, all right? We're not going to get relegated. We're going to finish somewhere around there. So the results don't matter, but I'm sorry, Ruud. I hope we absolutely steamroll you in this game. Now, let's run through the team. Did I get the team right? Didn't even realise that. I may as well end the video now. Didn't get a prediction right, though. I guess 2-1. So, 50-50. There's going to be enforced changes, of course. Let's run through them. Zirkzee is going to be dropping to the... Well, he won't be in the squad because, of course, he's suspended for this game. And... it's been a long time since I've been able to do this. 12 weeks to be precise, I think. But Mason Mount is now available. Well, he should be in the squad anyway. He's only going to be making, 5-minute appearance. That's what he said. Let's run through the starting conversations. Aiden Heaven. I don't know why you take him out of the team in this game. We've got a break of 16 days coming up. The way that he played in that game, he was assured, he deserved the plaudits, he looked comfortable. Let him make his Premier League debut. I would keep him in the team. But in terms of the other defenders around him, I think there'll be a little bit of a change, okay? I think we're going to see Lindelof start this game. And of course, because Zirkzee is suspended, we're going to have to make changes in the defence. This is what I think we'll see. I think we'll see Heaven keep his spot there. I think we'll see Mazraoui pushed up to the right wing-back position. Delo going across to the left. Lindelof coming in, actually playing centrally, and De Ligt moving across to be the right-sided centre-back. That's what I would predict. You could see Yoro come back into the game. I don't think there's any confirmation that he's ruled out. But if I'm Ruben Amorim, I'm erring on the side of caution with Yoro, and I'd rather give him a couple of weeks off rather than bring him back here for Leicester away, which is a nothing game now. If Yoro's going to be fit, I want him to be fit for Lyon. Nothing to do with this. So no risk with Yoro. No point risking Maguire. No risk with anybody. Hence why I'm putting Lindelof in, playing him centrally. Isn't that where he played when he played the other day? I think he was. And moving De Ligt out to the right. Delo and Mazraoui is the wing-backs. Well, we know it doesn't work, but who else are you going to put in there? Seriously, we have no real other choice right now. And In midfield, you could play Casemiro, you could play Ugarte. Now, the logical point of view on that would be Casemiro putting a real shift in his last few games. He's probably not going to have the legs to go from that Sociedad game to Leicester away, and he's probably going to start on the bench. So what you will likely see is Casemiro drop out. Oh, wrong thing. Casemiro drop out and Ugarte come in. Just a straight swap. Bruno Fernandes, of course, keeping his position because he's a fitness freak and somehow he has the capability of doing it every week. I've got no idea. Someone needs to study Bruno for his recovery ability. It's one of the best ever. You kind of brush over it. It's just an expectation that Bruno is fit and he plays 90 minutes every week. And then we look at all other footballers and we're talking about the fact that they need rest and they do this and they do that. And then Bruno, sod knows what he eats. Sod knows what he does. Cryogenic chamber. I got no idea. But he'll start this game and he'll complete 90 minutes. I'd probably likely to see Ugarte coming in for Casemiro. I don't know though. Now, in terms of the attackers, again, not much of a choice. Cheeto is going to be available. We'll speak about him next. But Zirkzee. I'm glad people are enjoying him for the footballer that he is now. Not for the footballer that you thought he was when he came in. That might be a bit of a weird way to describe it. But Zirkzee was never going to be the goal scorer. He might pop up with a couple of goals. I said that he would replace kind of the amount of goals that McTominay would likely bring to the team. Now, he hasn't. I think he's probably a few short of that. But Zirkzee in his last few games, he's starting to look fitter, sharper, a little bit leaner, and a little bit more agile on the ball. And when you're doing that and you're seeing how good his first touch has always been there. Maybe actually wasn't there at the start when he wasn't confident, but I'm really enjoying watching Zirkzee right now. Of course, I'm keeping him in that team. And I'm keeping Garnacho in there as well. And I'm keeping this man, Højlund. I'm not changing anything in that front three. Not because they were absolutely free-flowing and unstoppable, but of all the games, if I'm going to be frustrated with Højlund with so far in this barren run of not scoring, it's not going to be that Sociedad game. Thought he really actually played quite well. Out of possession, was a threat, was a pest, didn't score, got a great assist, but he deserves, I think, to start this game. And then, of course, we've got Cheeto who can come off the bench for the last 20, 30 if we need it. And it's Leicester away. Leicester still have... They're not down. Get down. Banging tune. Anyway, they're not down, but they basically need Wolves to absolutely balls up. So it's a big game for them. I hope we steamroll them. My prediction for this game... I've been sucked in again. Here we go. I think United are going to try and use some of that momentum from that Sociedad game. I'm going to go for a 3-1 win. It felt different. That's all I want to say. It felt like something, even if it was minor, something clicked. And it felt like, for the first time in a long time, Old Trafford wasn't a place that the players were like, oh my God, I'm terrified of this environment. They looked at it and went, there's my home. This is my advantage. Let me use this. That's how they played. Now we're going to be playing away at Leicester. Let's find out what goes on. But that's the team I think we'll see. I've got how many changes there? I've got Lindelof coming in and then a reshuffled defence around him. And that's it. No, actually, Ugarte coming in for Casemiro. So 2 changes. Let me know your predictions. I'm going for a 3-1 win. And your start 11 in the comments below, as you always do.